Hang on, don't you go anywhere. This needs to be cut down. Better. G'day and welcome back to another tree styler video. On the bench today is a really shit looking tree. It's a Eucalypt, Australian native. I thought it actually died. Have a look at those leaves. I actually thought it was dead. But I left it in the naughty corner and lo and behold, it's starting to bud. On the trunk here, the top of the branches as well. Actually there's some new, terrible light today, some new leaves are popping. So while I thought it was recovering and it's very late spring, I thought I might attend to that. So the background to this tree, I visited a local nursery, we had a chat. Had a chat about trees and stuff. So, and I asked him if I could go to the how would you say it, the dead section, and this was in the dead section. And yeah, I thought it has some interesting movement, still quite flexible, so I can do a lot with it. But overall, this is how it comes. It's about 1 metre tall. Or how much is that? 3 feet, 3.5 feet in other terms. I'm surprised it's, hang on, get out. I'm back, and I didn't mean to. So I shook the tree, and the camera turned off. Try again. Yes, it worked. Get rid of that. Okay, let's look at the roots. Nice weeds. Okay, that is the roots for that grass. Hence why you should weed your bonsais, because that goes down, takes away the nutrients, takes away the moisture. That's what I need to address it, because I want to keep this tree. I think it's quite interesting. All right, I'm just going to grab the tripod back. Be back. Tripod. Okay. Now I can get my hands into it and get my hook. I don't know how long this has been like this, but that is all weed. Let's get rid of it. It's not doing the tree any good. Same as that. Tree will be able to pull all the nutrients to itself now. I'm also going to put it in a plastic training pot. Already meshed it. You get these online, $4 or $5 each. Got plenty of them. All right, just working my way down, uncovering. To always, well, it is exciting because you don't know what you're going to get. So, and I'm liking this. I'm liking it. Look at that. Look at that. Big, fat, juicy base. And this is just original nursery soil. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Bring it up. Little fatty. Probably shouldn't say fatty. Flaring is a nicer word. Nabari. Japanese. I'm not Japanese, but that is cool. It's one thing about doing this sort of stuff. Getting these old nursery stock, you just can be really bad or it can be really good. I'm really happy with this one. I think that'll do to take it down. Look at that, already reduced it down from there. So already it should go into that pot. I need to get rid of this. Need to clean up. So I mainly use this desk as my repotting because it's just easier working at a desk. All right. So teasing out the roots with my root hook. Is that it? Root hook does a good job. Doesn't damage too much. Being fairly gentle. One thing I haven't noticed, no, those little suckers. I show them all the time. Doesn't appear to be any. Memory's good. Grubs. Let's call them grubs. Curl grubs. That's him. That's looking heaps good. The big root there. Gonna take him off. Don't want big roots, I want small roots, see? Well, that's a big root for this tree. Just tidy up here a little bit. This is the old scissors, so I can use this on the roots. Just want to free up this root system a little bit more. Then I'm going to put in free draining mixture of pumice, akadama, and a bit of pine mini bark nuggets, popular with the orchid people. That is my moisture retention for this tree. I'm still experimenting with soils and substrates. Now there is a big root there. Yeah, it is. I might leave that. So I think it's going to make my root system wider. So look at that. So now it's like that. Now mistake I've made in the past is just keep going down, 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 and yeah, they end up taking too much roots off. There's much debate about natives and doing the root work on them. So, and I found some natives, depends on, if you just go too far, you go too far. I haven't really taken a lot of roots off this. I've just removed some of the soil, I guess you could call it, the nursery soil. I'm trying to open it up, allow when I water to get the oxygen. Here's a test fit. It's plenty deep enough. It's a training pot. Here's my mix. Don't like that dirt clump. I recycle this stuff, so there's often bits and pieces that you probably don't want. Should I wire this tree in? I probably should, but I might actually tie it in with some cloth fabric, and that way it's easy to remove. Otherwise, this big tall tree is just gonna flop over. I do want to expose some of this, so it's gonna be lifted up. However, I'm mindful of how much. Now, if I lift that up, that's how much is exposed now. I think that's enough for this time. Can always come higher next time. Say that this is a complicated process. It's not. The most simplest, probably simplest repot. It's not rocket science. It is horticulture, but I find that that's a bit slow. I like to get the big end in there. I'm a bit impatient, I guess you could say. A bit impatient. I can see this root here is exposed. Let's get rid of it. I definitely will need to tie it in. I'm just making sure there's no pockets in there. I'll work it in with this now. Just gently pushing it in around the roots. I don't want to smash the roots to bits. Yeah, it's a bit around that side, bit airy. Now I want the water to go into the pot. I don't want to have the gravel, the soil, piled up here, because the water's going to hit there and run straight out. I will put a layer of moss on the top as well. Stop it for water retention, so it doesn't evaporate away as quick. Alright, this is the stuff. Use it for tying up my tomatoes. It's got a little bit of stretch, but then it locks out. I know it lasts a long time. It must be UV protected. Easy to use, easy to cut. And I'll just wrap it around under the tree. So, a couple of months, I can remove it pretty easy. Making a mess here. I should tidy up first. Okay, steady. Almost pick it up. There we go, tied in. So potentially can't get blown out. Now, just need some water. I need to water this in and let it be. You can see there little bits of pine nugget in there already. It was an old mix of some type. We have a show you. Starts there, snakes up around, and you can't really see it up there, too much light. Anyway, that's a tree. It's just a record for me, really. Not really worried what people think. I'm just more interested in documenting how the trees go and the results. So good, bad, or indifferent. Welcome back. It's been that long since an update for this tree. I'll do a little spin around. This is of course a eucalyptus. I'll have to check the subspecies. I'm not 100% sure, but as you can see, there's been a hell of a lot of growth down low, which is awesome, but not so much up top. Let me show you. Fairly wide base. It's my finger coming up. All these branches, which is awesome. And then it gets a bit there. So the top section has completely died back, which is okay, because ultimately I didn't want the tree that tall. What am I going to do? First things first, choose a weapon or a tool. So I've got a really cheapie, a really good one, a really cheapie, and just some wire cutters. Well, there's no need for wire cutters. Let's get rid of them. These might come in handy. I'm not going to use these at this point. Out of these, this one. Now, these are, before anyone gives me crap about tools, which they have in the past, this is like a $15 or $20 Australian, Aussie tool. It is not the best. It is for the crap jobs. So that's what I'm going to use to shorten this. Not going to go too close to where I want it first. I'm just going to do a test cut up here. Let me see whether, yep, I can see. It's not always easy filming. Let me put that back for effect. It's not always easy filming and working. That worked quite well. Let me just get rid of that. Not required. This is the branch I want. This is going to be my new leader. The first thing, another cut I want to make is that. And the reason why is this is coming straight. I want to add movement, interesting branch lines. So I'm going to remove that. That's probably highlighting it a bit better. Let me zoom in a little bit for you there. So you can see here, coming up, that dog, oh dear. That really, settle down doggy. Give it a minute. I'm back. Right. You know what that does? It loses my train of brain thought. Let me gather myself. All right. Not going to need that. Not going to need that. Not going to need this. I'm looking for that first branch because that's my new leader. I'll trim that down a bit more in a second. Now what's going to work? First of all, establishing which is the preferred viewing angle. That highlights that really well. This one, or this one, or this one, or this one. All right, let's get rid of something I don't need. Often I can't make a decision on what I need. I don't need that one or that one, and there's also two branches here. Okay, that's simplified the tree dramatically. I now have, which I believe is satisfactory, is my first branch, a new leader here. So potentially a right branch, a left branch, a leader, and a rear branch. Now, with natives, with eucalypts, they generally go very tall and with a canopy at the top-ish, technical term. So I'm just going to let this grow now. That's my little update. I just wanted to get rid of what I didn't need and what I wanted to keep. Pretty basic stuff really, but that's why I break it down, just basics. If I can't figure out what I need, I get rid of what I don't need. Hang on, don't you go anywhere. This needs to be cut down. Better. I'll leave a little bit for dieback there. Stay tuned.